Hello and welcome to our BBC School News Report at Parswood.
I am Ben and I'm a reporter, and this is Connor, my colleague reporter, and Michael, the cameraman.
We hope you enjoy our School News Report. Yesterday, the Chancellor George Osborne announced the budget for 2011. This has affected many people, both young and old. He has announced boosts in transport, increases in the price of cigarettes, and the scrapping of the fuel duty increase. But the budget will also affect the youth of our generation in years to come. University technical colleges are to be doubled to allow 14 to 19-year-olds more work experience placements and up to 50,000 additional apprenticeships. However, things are still not looking good for students, as Manchester University will be charging the full £9,000 tuition fee. And a long-service youth worker from Manchester believes the cut to services will trigger more antisocial behaviour. We spoke to this youth worker, who's called John Biggs. He is very worried that the impact will be immediate because the budget of Manchester's youth service has been cut. And it will now be very difficult to find qualified individuals to work with the young people. The new budget has also affected pensions and the retirement age. The Chancellor has said that he is raising the retirement age in line with life expectancy. As life expectancy is currently rising by 7 months every year, the people in their 20s, 30s and 40s could be working until they are 80. So we could be spending more than 60 years of our life working. It's not just the youth that are worried, but those who are already working. Mr. Fox, a teacher at Parswood, shared his views and the reasons some teachers will be joining the protests in London on Saturday.
But I understand with an ageing population, which Britain has, I understand that's maybe going to happen. But yeah, when you hear about 80-year-olds still being in work, I mean, I can't even teach now, let alone when I'm 80, if you know what I mean.
While the world is watching Libya, at least 5 other countries are having major revolutions. In Syria, the government and the police are having a brutal crackdown on protesters, killing 15 of them. In Yemen, President Ali Abdullah Saleh has offered to leave his post at the end of the year. And in Bahrain, flights to Lebanon have been suspended after support from other countries to overthrow their leader, the King of Bahrain. Demonstrations also continue in Oman and Egypt. In Uganda, Mr. Daniel Bukele from the charity Human Rights Watch alleges that a secret police unit have detained, tortured and even killed suspects. However, Joel Luguma of the Ugandan police denies the allegations, arguing they are operating within the law. Although there are some similarities with Libya, the British government have not yet acted on it the same way. In Portugal, the Prime Minister José Sócrates has resigned over an economic rescue package that failed to get through the Portuguese Parliament. This could be relevant to the UK because the EU may need to bail out Portugal of the recession, and that could cost up to £3 billion. That's the end of World News. Entertainment news, and first, the recent death of Elizabeth Taylor at the age of 79 for a heart failure. She was famous for her 8 marriages as well as Oscar-winning performances, but she had been ill since 2004. Her most famous films were Goddess in the Sun and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. She always had a sense of humour, and in 1993 she was quoted as saying, "I, along with the critics, have never taken myself seriously." An extraordinary story about a man who loves fish. Jack Heathcote loves his pet fish so much that he swims with them every day in a purpose-built £5,000 aquarium. It's the largest domestic aquarium in Britain, and he reaches it through a hatch in his lounge. He says his hobby has taken him over life and his home.
And now the biggest sound to hit your ears since Justin Bieber. The Royal Wedding will be available to buy on CD, cassette and vinyl for the oldies. And for those with MP3 players, it will be available to download. The highlights will include the music, the readings, the hymns and of course the all-important vows. So do the teachers here at Parswood think it will reach number 1? We asked them to answer in the style of the wedding vows.
I don't.
I do.
I do.
I don't.